Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. I'm very excited. It has now been like 20 freaking minutes. My time has flown by. Time flies when you're having fun. Holy cow, guys, that was so much fun. So you guys will see it was a really good like twist around. It did have one little dark thing, but not really though. It's just the way Cassidy Pope decided to, voice. And again, everybody voices things differently. Like I said, what's the difference between pretty good and good? Well, 140 bowling, some people say it's good, others say pretty good. What's really the difference? Just self-expression, right? So, some people might say that was bad, because obviously when she says that, that means that she's, trying to, get back with him, like, in the feelings at least, not actually, though, being with him. That's obviously how she feels. So she's like, because then her loneliness, right, was rattling the windows, which is coping with it negatively, because, anyhow. So that was a little bit bad, but you guys can see, they wanted to, they're like, hold up, we said we'd go there this summer. But this view is good all the time. Except, obviously it wasn't good, right, when they went down to Mexico. Because it's like, it's a really cool twist, because you guys will see in the first verse, I guess you could say, and then Hold Up by Fergie is like the transition, right? So it's like, they're like, well, who was I to make you wait? And that's also another thing with couples, because I don't know if when I came back from Virginia, if the couple that was here, this is like kind of like their first place. Some couples have that and stuff and everything. So it's like, who the heck was I? Like, what was I thinking by not telling you right away, kind of thing. Almost like similar to the Katy Perry's, right? The one that got away. Should have told you, right? It's like, who the heck was I to make myself wait, telling them, right? Because now they're the ones that got away. So yeah, it was really, really cool twist, because then obviously there wasn't any drinking, but then there was drinking, and I don't know if like people get arrested for it, but sometimes they accidentally go into Mexico. Probably not. They'd probably just send you back. If like I were to go into Mexico accidentally. But anyhow, guys, yeah, it was really, really cool to be like, go back to the places where we used to go, right? Because it's like, they also could have learned later, that, they were actually gonna like leave. It's kind of like a Brett Young song, right? In case you didn't know, right? I'm crazy about you. And yesterday I wrote down all the things that I'd say, but I just couldn't, right? Obviously I had that, obviously, right? It's like, I cannot, like this, I just can't, like, no, like, after like 3 or 4 minutes, well, maybe 5, maybe, yeah, probably between 5 and 10 minutes, no, not, this video specifically is off limits. I'm not doing it, because that was just crazy, but anyhow, so it's like one of that, relation back to that, as well. So yeah, and then obviously it was like a breakaway, right? And, obviously this doesn't happen. It's very rare, I would assume. I'm sure I could look at the statistics. Most of the times when that stuff happens, it's just for like movie purposes, right? So like, no extradition back to the United States, right? So, they'll go to like Venezuela, right? Talking way down there. Like, Venezuela is probably an additional 500, maybe even 1,000 miles from Florida, where I was. Obviously it's pretty close, to Cuba. Obviously the southernmost point is only 90 miles, guys. Way down there. Well, no, actually Cuba is pretty close then. It's like in between. okay, South America isn't that far from, and Venezuela is at the very top of South America. But anyhow, you guys get the point. So yeah, it's very, very fun, guys. A nice little, I know I'd go back to you, yeah. It's a nice little twist between all those songs, like I said. The One That Got Away, Katy Perry, Brett Young's, yeah, so, like I said, though, I did also do, you guys saw, I, had, the drink, right? It's like, hang on, I gotta go sit down, right, kind of thing first. Or I gotta set this down, right? It's not as aggressive, right, as Maren Morris, right? What did she say? Shattered, I don't remember how exactly she says it, but yeah. Something got aggressive, right? Again, that's not, but anyhow. So getting back to what I was saying, though, it's something like that, to put into, I don't know, if you can actually have, you're in your stomach, right? And then in your chest, and that in your chest is all at once. It's different than, like I said, the 10% gradual, with thoughts meeting in the air. It's a little bit different than that. In the stomach and then in your chest, right? And lock eyes, right? It's a little bit different. But I don't know if you actually feel that if you're drunk. But it was just one of those things too. So yeah, it's just a lot of really good twists, honestly. And then, they don't also want to, ever even think about any other fall foliage, right? Like, this foliage is good, even though they said they'd go to Mexico in the summer, and Mexico in the summer doesn't have foliage. They're green just like us, right? But yeah, this is kind of cool, right? It's like, let's just stick around, dude. Stick in the United States. So yeah, but like I said, I don't know how many people, I know I've watched some shows before on FBI and stuff where people will go and they they'll do a crime, right? And then sometimes they're able to stop them at the airport, but other times they aren't. So then the FBI gets in touch with but I think most of the times if they do that, from when I've watched shows before, I think it's usually they go to Cuba or somewhere, because there's not really much of a correspondence. I forget the whole thing between the United States and Cuba. But anyhow, guys, I don't want to make this super, super long, because my video is probably already over an hour. But I will definitely have everything posted tomorrow, because I'm going to have to, it's going to be a little bit of work, honestly. And I want to watch an episode of Blind Spot and try to get to the end of season 3. And then, yeah, maybe before my break even. So, anyhow, guys, I gotta get home now, but it was definitely very, very, very fun. I hope you guys obviously enjoyed. Yeah. So, anyhow, guys, talk to you guys later.